Hi, welcome to Naresh Tech Education. In this today's lesson, we are going to demonstrate Ansible installation and using Ansible with multiple client hosts. I'm going to install Ansible on CentOS 7 server and let's see. Okay, so here I do have CentOS 7 as a master server and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 servers which can be used for clients. Okay, so in this tutorial I'm going to use CentOS 7 as a master server and we have 5 different hosts. We're going to use these 5 different hosts as a client servers. Okay, so I have chosen the different flavors so that we all come to know to demonstrate the automation, how the Ansible can work on different platforms. Okay, so these are the different Linux OS platforms like UBUNTU, Red Hat Linux, SUSE, FEDORA and DEBIAN. Okay, I'm going to install Ansible in the CentOS 7. Okay, to install Ansible, so I'm going to execute few steps. Okay, let me show the steps which I'm gonna use. So these two simple steps I'm going to use. I'm just installing the enterprise Linux release package and as well as Ansible package as well. Okay, so I'm going to install RHEL package. Okay, for the first time I have to give the password. Yes, it is installed. Now I'm going to install Ansible. It should take a while. Okay, installing the Ansible will take some time, so that I'm going to pause the video and we'll come back once it is done. Okay, the Ansible is installed now. It's good. Now I'm going to see what's the version over here. Okay, the Ansible is installed with 2.8.5 version. Okay, so now the Ansible should know that what are the clients and the client hosts or IPs, so that Ansible can able to communicate to the client servers. Okay, so I have the client host IP address. Okay, so these are the IP addresses for all these hosts. Host 1 corresponds to Ubuntu and host 2 corresponds to RHEL 8, host 3 corresponds to SUSE 15 and host 4 is for FEDORA 29 and host 5 is for DEBIAN 9. So I'm going to copy this particular content. This is just a configuration so that the master server would know what are the client hosts it has to manage. So etc Ansible host is a file where we need to put the host entries, the client host entries. Okay, it's been modified. All right, and the main thing, you have to generate SSH key pair between the master and the client servers. Okay, so that based on the SSH key authentication, the Ansible will communicate. So this is a procedure and generally you have to follow. First you have to generate a key in the master server and you have to put in the client host authorized_keys location. Okay, so if you want to use a RSA key, you can use this command, or if you want to use DSA key, you can use this command, and this is an example. Okay, so it will generate ID_RSA pub key, so you have to copy this pub key under authorized keys in your destination folder, destination user home directory somewhere. Okay, Okay, I'm going to execute these particular steps offline and will come back once it is done. Okay, I have got back. So I have copied all my, I copy my keys to all different client hosts. Okay, so I should be able to SSH to the destination server. And this particular IP is my Ubuntu IP. So let's log into Ubuntu. Okay, so it is able to log into Ubuntu server. So this particular authentication should need it between these hosts in order to communicate. Okay. So for the testing, what we will do is we will simply execute a command to ping all the hosts for this from master to the client. Let's do that. I'm in my CENTOS box, which is a master server. So I'm going to execute a command Ansible all -m ping. Okay, let's see how it went. Okay, host 2 is successful. Okay, host 1 is successful, host 3, 5 and 4. So we have 5 hosts and 5 hosts got ping pong response. So we can consider this is a successful demonstration over here. If you want, we can execute it again. Ansible all -m ping. I'm going to redirect to RTMP. Okay, in the file you can ignore the warning messages for now. So I'm grabbing it success. So we have all 5 hosts got successful message. So all 5 hosts are successfully able to do the Ansible operations. Okay, so we can operate all 5 hosts Ansible clients operations from our Ansible master. Okay, and also let's do a demonstration. I want to create a file. Okay, I want to create a test file and I want to copy the test file to all 5 different Linux flavors. Okay, let's demonstrate that as well. So for this I'm going to create a file under var.tmp. Okay, so I'm going to create a file var.tmp test1234. Okay, so this is just a text file. So you have this content under var.tmp test1234. So I'm going to execute the command. I have the command handy. Okay, so before executing this command, we will see whether this file exists on the servers, the client servers or not. Okay, so I'm going to Ubuntu server. Okay, so I log into Ubuntu client 1. Okay, the file doesn't exist. I'm going to RHEL 8. Alright, so the file doesn't exist. I'm going for SUSE 15 server. It's a client and the file doesn't exist. I'm in FEDORA 29 and the file doesn't exist. Okay, so I'm going into the DEBIAN server. Okay, this is the Debian server. It doesn't exist. Okay, so the file doesn't exist. So now I'm going to execute the command to copy for all the client hosts. Okay, so it should copy this file to the client destination location is this one. Let us execute this command. Okay, the command is executed. You can see here host 4 is changed. The change is the value is true. Okay, and the host 3 is changed and changed is true. Okay, this is the destination location. I can ignore the warning messages. The host 2, yes, changed is true. Yeah, the file is being added. It was not exist before. And host 1 is changed. The changed value is true. Yes. Okay, so you can ignore the warning messages. So right now I'm able to see for all the hosts the file is being added, copied. Okay, so let's see. Yes, here the file is existed right now. So copied. It's copied in the RHEL, in SUSE Linux. Yes, it's copied in FEDORA. Yes, it is copied, and in DEBIAN it's copied as well. So this demonstrates that we can able to manage different Linux flavors or different platforms while using Ansible automation software. Ansible is an automation tool where we can use different forms of clients, different operating systems or different operating system platforms or different operating system flavors, so that we can use as a clients and we can manage from a single master host as well. So that this demonstration we have seen how to install Ansible and how we can able to test a ping to the Ansible clients, and how we can do a simple copy of a file from Ansible master to the destination servers. I hope this video is very helpful for you. Thanks for watching.